There is no more lockdown. It is going to be a graded exit plan on a phased manner. This is what the center is planning and are deciding to do as a plan, as an exit plan. And also, India and Australia are likely to discuss next week a proposed agreement for sharing of military logistics and also import of barley from Australia to India. Yes, friends, we are going to discuss on this in my video today. Hi, my name is Janardhan. I do usually videos on travel and tourism, and those who are new to my channel, please do subscribe to receive my latest videos and updates. Let's move to my video. According to the order issued by the Ministry of Home Affairs, the National Disaster Management Authority as Director Home Secretary to issue an order to extend the lockdown in containment zones. They're issuing an order to extend the lockdown in containment zones that will be up to June, and to reopen prohibited activities in a phased manner in areas outside containment zones. So this is what I'm meaning to say. This is an exit plan, not a lockdown. As per these guidelines, practically open up the entire country from June onwards, except like education institutions, international air travel, metro, and avenues like cinema hall, theaters, etc. This done, kept in mind the demands from various states to open shopping malls and religious places. I mean, religious places is likely to get opened from 8th June, so is the shopping malls also. However, the shopping malls are just gearing up to do sanitization and take all safety measures and things like that. Now, the functioning of education institution will be likely in July. Of course, no timeline has been fixed. Same for international air travel and metro services. So all these three, like school, international travel, and metro services, at the moment are not extended or open. It will be somewhere in July. They might take a call. Official expected decision on international air travel to come somewhere in July end or August. So nothing you can expect. International air travel, as I mentioned in my previous video, somewhere it was expected mid or end of June, but this is not going to be anywhere in June. It is going to be July or end of August. I mean July end or of August. But this again would usually depend on the COVID-19 situation in other countries, especially like Europe, US, and yes, especially Europe and US. However, we also have to take a call whether are we really prepared to receive the passengers in unrestricted manner, which may not be possible. So you can expect a lot of restrictions even when it opens. However, the standard rule like maintaining social distance, wearing face covers in public places, workplaces, during transport, all compulsory. I mean, you have to maintain social distance and you have to wear a mask. This will be a mandatory thing even after the lockdown opens from complete lockdown opens from June onwards. Though all shops will be allowed to open from June 8, no more than 5 people would be allowed to enter a shop at any given point of time. So this is the same which has been already followed, but it's going to be followed even from June 8 onwards. Large gatherings are banned, not allowing not allowed to have a large gatherings. However, there could be opening up of barber shops, saloons, and spas. Offices are allowed to function, but work from home are mostly encouraged. So there will be a lockdown extension, or the country will open, but there could be a lot of restrictions. So this is what the June 1st onwards the situation going to be. Marriages can have about 50 guests, while funerals should not exceed more than 20 people. So this is how the lockdown scenario going to be from June onwards. The sad part is a pilot test positive. 2 Air India cabin crew on Friday and 7 on Saturday. Totally about 9 cabin crews also tested positive. These are all the cabin crews or crew members of flights under Vande Bharat mission. Little sad, but then they are also more or less a COVID warriors. Now, as in my video, as mentioned in the beginning, India and Australia are likely to discuss next week a proposed agreement for sharing of military logistics and also import of barley from Australia to India. See, this is basically since both India and Australia are finding themselves at the receiving end of the growing belligerence of China. That means India also been pushed to a corner. So is the case of Australia. India and Australia quickly jumped into action to counter China for whatever this China has, the behaviors of China. First one is like India recently opened its door for import of barley from Australia. India's move is likely to give some respite to the farmers of Australia and help them make up for the loss incurred due to the prohibitive tariff imposed by China. That is the import of beef from Australia to China. So this China did it basically. Australia took up this case of investigating the origin of coronavirus from China. So this is the action of India and Australia to counter these Chinese. Two, India and Australia are likely for an agreement, share a framework for the armies, navies, and air forces of India and Australia to share military logistics. This will basically help both the nation to identify and counter the danger areas or the gray areas caused by primarily the Chinese. This is likely to happen via video conference on this Thursday between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his Australian counterpart Scott Morrison, which will be like a bilateral summit. Everyone knows that due to this COVID, most of the nations, not most of the nations, all the nations are doing it through video call only or video conferencing only. So this is also a bilateral summit, first bilateral summit between Prime Minister virtually with foreign counterpart after world leaders had suspended overseas travel in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic. So this is a virtual call between these two superpowers. India's move to step up its military-to-military operation with Australia comes amid a continuing tension along its disputed boundary with China in eastern Ladakh. This is a big headache at the moment for China. The move between India and Australia would give. And of course, you all are aware that Australia's recent demand for a probe into the origin of COVID-19 pandemic in China also strained its bilateral relation with the communist country, which retaliated by raising tariff on import of barley from down under. So they've actually banned the import of beef as well as the barley from Australia. So this is what made Australia upset, and they are tying up with India to show their anger on China. India is also similarly drawing a logistics sharing pact with Japan, known as Acquisition and Cross-Servicing Agreement. India has already signed Logistics Exchange Memorandum of Agreement, which is LEMO, with the United States in August 2016 itself. This means Tokyo and Canberra is signed. Then Indian Army, Navy, Air Force will have a logistics sharing arrangement with counterparts of superpowers, that is United States, Japan, and Australia. As I mentioned in my title, this is a checkmate for India. So wait and watch what is going to happen going forward, how China is going to react for this. Definitely China will take a backseat because there's a growing enmity, or not enmity, there's angry or aggression by other countries on China because of the simple COVID-19. Let's stay tuned. I'll be keep updating you on my videos. So please subscribe and share it to your friends. Each subscription and sharing will definitely help me and encourage me to make such videos. Friends, making a video consumes time and effort, so your each share will help me and encourage me to make such videos more and more. Okay friends, take care, stay safe, stay cool, calm and energetic. Bye bye. Take care. Bye bye.